it must have been hugely disappointing after Saturday's result to find yourselves now once again bottom of the table, but now you've had a bit of time to sort of reflect and that sort of thing. How are you feeling now, looking ahead to the last 3 games of the season as you go to sort of secure your Premiership survival?
Yeah, definitely. It was a kick in the teeth after that game. We obviously had a good little run with 3 in a row, and then losing to St Johnson, we knew what type of game Ross County was going to bring to us, and we had to do better. We had a great fan base behind us, especially being at home. We didn't start the game well at all, conceding first minute of the game and then a mountain to climb. And I just thought even after we equalised that, we were still creating chances. But I think just the sloppiness in the way we conceded the goals was not us in the past few weeks. So yeah, look, that was a big kick in the teeth, and it hurt us. And now, we analysed that game, and in football, obviously, you can be upset for 1, 2, 3 days, but you got to try to put that behind as soon as possible, because it's a pretty much like a grand final on Saturday.
And the manager said after the game, he thought the team had eradicated those sort of defensive errors, but is it maybe a reminder that you can't switch off at all in this run-in that you have?
Yeah, definitely. I think not just the run. I think at this level, you can't make errors in the way we did as a team. You get punished. It doesn't matter who it's against. We made those small errors, and we got punished by Ross County for it. And we analysed that at the start of the week, and like I said, obviously we're all real disappointed. But you got to put that to bed, but obviously keep that in the back of the mind. That's what can happen at this level, and it's going to be a tough task against Livingston away, but we have to go out there and take all 3 points.
You've been on the bottom before, you've got off the bottom. How much belief is there here in Dundee United that you won't be bottom of the league come the end of the season? Yeah,
look, that's the goal. We've got 3 games left, and that's 3 finals, and it starts this week. We can't look ahead to next week, and we can't look at any other team. We still have to do our own job, and we have to take all 3 points. And look, like I said, we've shown we're capable of winning 3 in a row, and that's got to be our main aim, and that's starting on Saturday.
What have you talked about this week? Have you spoken about anything in particular, on the back of a couple of defeats going into such an important part of the season?
Yeah, look, like I said, we analysed that Ross County game because, since these Scaffers come in, that wasn't us. We haven't started games like that. We've always started on the front foot, and we haven't obviously made big errors like that since these Scaffers come in, especially. And that was the most disappointing part, just the way we started the game. We analysed that, and against Livingston at home, we started on the front foot, put pressure on them, and got our goals. So that's what we've got to. That's our main focus this week. Is from the first whistle, that make sure we're concentrated for the whole 90, and make sure that we're on the front foot and putting the pressure on them.
Thank you.
Aziz, back-to-back losses, as we know, after 3 terrific victories. Just how much pressure does everybody feel under? How much pressure is there about the place?
Yeah, look, we all know what's at stake here. We're bottom of the table, and like I said, this week is, we can't look ahead of this week. So we're treating this game like a finals football game for us, and I think that's the mentality we have to go on with.
Everybody's hurting, including the fans. How important is it on Saturday to put a smile back on their faces? I mean, they'll travel through to West Lothian in numbers again.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the support they showed us last week was unbelievable, and for us to obviously lose at home and in the manner we conceded those goals was real disappointing. And it's not the way that, like I said, since these coaches come in, it's not the way we've performed, and the sloppiness, we got punished. So that's the plan. That like I said, 3 points this week, and they've considering the situation we've been in throughout the year, they've stuck behind us, and no doubt that they'll do it again in the away end this week.
Back to back, you're kind of back to square one. How do you lift yourselves?
Yeah, look, like I said, in football you've always got next week, but there's only 3 games left. Like I said, obviously after the Ross County game, the next couple of days is obviously flat, because it's almost normal to feel that way if you're not that's a problem if it's not hurting you. So, I think we've got to use that feeling and make sure we perform on the weekend, not to have that same feeling after the game.
Thank you.
The pitch at Livingston is always something that's discussed quite a lot. Do you think that heading in with so much at stake has given a bigger hurdle to cross for getting the 3 points?
Look, it's not ideal, obviously, the artificial turf, but it's the same for both teams. We've had a couple of good results there. We won there in the cup and got the draw there last time. So, yeah, look, it is what it is. We can't already look for excuses or anything like that. We just got to go out there and try implement the game plan that the coaching staff give us and do it to the best of our ability.
Do you sometimes feel that things are just not meant to be when you go into things? Look at the game on that first minute, concede a goal, work hard, get back into the game, and then start of the second half, a miss-hit cross which beats the defence, a miss-hit shot that spins over the keeper and ends up in the back of the net. Do you sometimes feel that things are just not meant to be?
Yeah, look, you can look at it that way, or you can identify the mistakes, and I think if you look at it that way, for me personally, it's almost like looking for excuses and throwing in the towel, which I'm not that type of person, just in life in general. So, yeah, look, we all know that Saturday wasn't good enough, considering the performances we've put in over the last 2 months. So, yeah, look, obviously sometimes results haven't gone our way. We had the 3 wins on the bounce, and the teams around us were also winning. But look, we just got to look at ourselves, and going into Saturday, we know it's going to be a difficult game. Livingston are a good side. They're in a bit of a bad run as well. So we've got to go in there full concentration and try to capitalise on that.
I was going to say that they're coming off the back of 2 defeats as well. So it really is one of these games where really there's everything to play for both teams. Yeah,
definitely. They're playing at home, and like you said, they've lost a couple of games on the bounce as well. So no doubt they're going to want to get back into that winning column, and the game is really important for us. Like I said, it's like we've been treating this like a final this week, and we've got to go in there with full concentration, and it doesn't matter how, just make sure we get those 3 points.
Just looking at what you just said there about how you've been looking at it this week, what have you been doing different this week?
Yeah, look, I think nothing's really changed in the manner we approach. I think it's individual preparing for what's at stake. I think a lot of players maybe haven't been in a situation like this before. Personally, I have 2-3 times over in Turkey and come out the top of it. So I think this is a new situation for a lot, and it's just how you deal with it. It's either you take it by the scruff of the neck, or you roll over. And I don't think we've got players in here that want to roll over. We've got good characters in the change room, and us older guys, I think we've got to try push that leading into Saturday.
That's one for me. It's more so for yourself. I mean, how has this season been for yourself, coming to a new country at the start of it, going to a World Cup finals, and now fighting relegation? How has that been for you as an up and down journey? Yeah,
it has been a bit of a roller coaster, but that's part of football. It's part of the journey. But look, I'm happy to be at this club. It's a great football club, great fan base, and I think obviously we have to look at ourselves in why we're in this situation as individuals. But it's not the time for that now, because we've still got 3 final games to play, and we still have to have that belief within the 4 walls in that change room that we're going to get out of this, and we're the only ones that can do that. Not the coaching staff, not the people on the outside. It's us players on the pitch at the end of the day that define the outcome, really.